4-wheel drive square body. There's a cool station wagon. Oh, let's see what this says right here. Yeah, it's got a C right here. That's a 300C. Got the C right there, so it's a Chrysler 300C. I think these had 361s in them. Had wedge motors in them. But the 300 was the top of the line, really. So it's got a big block. That's pretty interesting. I don't think I looked at this car last time I was here. Got, oh, that's a cool dash. It's a push button transmission.
So it has to be early 60s.
It says Newport. Chrysler Newport 300C. Look at the AC ducts on the dash, Michael. That is so cool. That's a cool old Chrysler Newport 300C. I'll have to look that up and see what motor's in that. But that old Chevy wagon's in good shape. It's in pretty good shape. Pretty good shape. That's something else. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Big Block 402 channel. I'm Steven, and today we're going to step back a couple years ago when my brother and I went and toured a local junkyard that had a lot of old cars in it, and we came across a 63 Chrysler Newport, and we decided to go ahead and purchase that car and bring it home and get it cleaned up and see if we could flip it, and this video is going to be about that. So stick around and watch what happens with this Newport and how we go about getting it out of there. Thanks. All right, Big Block 402 here. Well, we made it up here to pick up the 63 Newport. We're going to throw a couple wheels on it. Yep, it's got lug nuts there. That's good. Where did the the trim piece is in there. All right, we're going to get this thing loaded up on the trailer and get it to a car wash and scrub it down and see how she looks. Been sitting in this yard for several years. That old school bus over there is so cool. We got a bunch of old school buses out here, a bunch of round back school buses, some newer ones, but right behind all of these school buses, like there's a 50, I don't know if it's a 56 GMC or 56 Chevy school bus. Right there. It's pretty cool. Anyway, we're going to get this Newport loaded up. Get to a place where we can get it cleaned up. Alright, I was able to get the trunk open with the master key. And looks like we've got the other rim for the car right here. Yep, the other rim. Oh, looks like some wildlife made a home in here for many years. I see the fan. I'm gonna put this right here. There's the breather. There's the pulley, the balancer, pulley. Let's see. There's the water pump. Timing covers in here. What a mess. See some old wasp nests. Hang on, something heavy here. Bracket. Yep, there's a bracket. There's a pulley. Yeah, sometimes he works too. We got the front wheel on, both front wheels. Getting this back one done. Get the other side jacked up. Get a wheel on it. These rims and tires come off of the Javelin. I mean, off the Ambassador.
They fit right on here. 4.5, 5 by 4.5 bolt pattern. And like I said, the lug nuts on this side are left-handed. If you tighten them up right-handed, you'll snap them off. I know a guy done it on a 62 International Scout. Could be the same guy holding the camera. He stuck a pry bar on that motor, tried to turn it, but yeah, I don't think it's worth trying to break it free. Yep, no, that's good. No, we got to do the other side. We got to do the other side. Oh yeah, low rider. She sets up a little higher with tires that are aired up. Pretty low in the back, kind of high in the front. Got that what's that, the Carolina squat, the stance. All right, we get this other side done. Get this thing up on the trailer. All right. It does have an 8 3/4 rear end, and it's got the old school 2-piece axles in it. Let's clean this up. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Got a couple spider webs, so had a spider living in here, big one at one time. Let's wipe this dash off and see what it looks like. Oh, it's gonna look all right. I think it's gonna clean up. It's gonna clean up pretty good.
Clean it up a little bit.
Oh, here's the fender tag off of it.
Here's the band tag. The tag, it goes right here.
Okay.
The one screw in.
That come from up there,
yeah.
and it was falling off.
Well,
there's
I
the
took
VIN
one
plate.
screw out. The screw's in there. I put it back in.
Okay, so the VIN plate's right there. Body tag is right here.
This is my Barracuda.
I'll put the body tag in my truck. Uh-oh, we gotta let this door handle back so it'll latch.
You gotta push the handle down.
Huh?
Push the handle down.
I pushed the handle down. Oh, not all the way. There it goes, it's latched. All right, those need to be lubed up and they'll start working again. We'll have her loaded in just a minute. Pulling my truck. It's pulling my truck.
All right, as you can see, we finally got the Newport loaded on the trailer after messing with it for probably about an hour and a half. We ran into some problems getting it all the way on the trailer, but because it set so low to the ground, but we finally got it on there, started dragging it on home, stopped and took a few pictures at a rest area. It went by a little, time went by and it got dark on us, so we never went by a car wash. So I got it home, got it unloaded, and I break out a little bit of super clean and some rags and start wiping some of this old tree sap and dirt off the car to try to get a idea of how this thing's going to look once it's cleaned up. And I'll tell you, the chrome turned out really good on the car. The patina on it was, man, it was pretty perfect. There was a few rust spots on the car that looked bad, but overall the car started cleaning up really good, and I was excited to see, you know, how good the chrome was looking. As I was cleaning it up though, I noticed that, man, this car had a lot of stylish features. You know, back in the late 50s and early 60s, the car manufacturers really put a lot of work into designing cars and making them look pretty cool. I know a lot of people think these old Chryslers are ugly, but man, they're really classy cars. They were really nice back in their day, and it shows. We'll get right here in just a few minutes on the interior, and you'll see just how nice the car looks on the inside as far as the styling goes. But the back of the car cleaned up good. The back bumper looked good. Taillights, all of that. Yeah, both taillights actually, they weren't cracked. They were in really good shape. Trunk opened and closed pretty good. The floor in the trunk was pretty bad though. It had a lot of rust in it. And luckily for the interior here, it was covered in dirt. And that dirt preserved how well this dash looked in this car. But yeah, here it got a little cold that day. All right, we're gonna clean this door up, see if it turns out better. Sure that it will. It's pretty dirty. All right, we got the door cleaned up, and it turned out pretty good. The vinyl actually still looks really good on it. Not all the door panels are in that good a shape, but this one is. At least you got a pattern to go off of if you want to redo them and make them look similar to what they were original. Nice. And here we are back on that interior I was telling you about. Just look at that dash and those gauges and how cool those look on this car. Everything cleaned up really good. The dirt was preserved, you know, all the chrome and the paint on the dash. So it turned out really good. That steering wheel had some depth to it. It looked really cool. But look at that, shined up. I didn't spend a lot of time on it. I just wiped a lot of the dirt off. And here it is with a pretty cool filter on it. But yeah, it's a nice looking car. All right. Did a little cleaning off for the intake. Someone pulled the front of the engine timing cover and stuff off. So I'm just going to assume that, being that that's been off forever, that the engine's locked up. I haven't even tried it. The carburetor's got stuff in it, so that was blocked off. But I'll scratch this pad on here and see, but it should be a 361 in this thing. We'll get to looking at that and see. And there we go, right there on the front of that pad. You'll see the 3.6, and there is a 1 back there. It's just kind of hard to see in this picture, but definitely this car is a 361 car. We got the car cleaned up more, and we got it posted on Marketplace. And we did find a buyer for the car. A guy from Kansas City called me, and he had a two-door Chrysler 300 that he needed a front clip for. So he's going to use this whole front cap to go on his two-door 300. and keep it back on the road. So it didn't go to waste. The parts will be used, and he'll definitely probably keep that interior.
All right, the old Newport is headed out of here. It's going to its new home. Right now it's headed up to Raven Den. Should be going to Kansas City this Saturday. It's out of here. Now Bronson is sitting here with Candy Cane, working on these front end parts, trying to get them cleaned up and painted.
Alright, thank you everyone for watching, and if you want to, you can like and subscribe for this video, and catch me on the next video. We'll see you around. I'm Big Block 402, and I'm gone.